There's one thing that really separates those social media accounts that just seem to be stuck from the ones that grow like crazy. And spoiler alert, it's not some secret hack you're missing out on. Nope, it's actually way simpler. It's all about finding your rhythm.
So let's just get right to it. The big question, right? The one that's probably driving you nuts. You're putting out good stuff, you're trying to engage, but your reach has just hit a wall. It's completely flatlined. You feel stuck. So what is actually going on here?
Well, here's the thing that might surprise you. The answer usually isn't about what you're posting. It's about when you're posting it. It's about the beat, the pulse of your presence online. Yeah, you guessed it. It's all about your rhythm.
Okay, so how do we find this rhythm? This first part is all about setting up that foundational beat. It's a simple, but trust me, incredibly powerful pattern that basically tells everyone, your audience and the algorithm, that you're here and you're here to stay. The whole strategy, really, it all boils down to this one simple, totally manageable number: 2. That's it. We're not talking 10 posts a day, we're not talking 20, just 2. And believe it or not, this is the key to unlocking that consistent visibility you're after.
We call this the power of 2. It's so simple. You do one post in the morning, your morning briefing, to catch people as they're starting their day. Then you do another one in the evening catch-up, to re-engage them when they're winding down. This little split doesn't just double your visibility. It's a strategy that frames the whole day around your content.
Think about it like this. Consistency is a language, and it's the only language the algorithm really speaks fluently. When you post twice a day, every single day, you're sending this loud, clear signal that says, hey, I'm a reliable contributor over here. My stuff is worth showing to more people.
Okay, so you've got the rhythm down. But what about all those tools? Do you need some fancy, expensive scheduling software to pull this off? Well, eventually, yeah. But let's talk about the right time to actually make that investment.
All right, now this is absolutely crucial. Build the habit first, then go get the tools. Seriously, don't go buy a subscription thinking it's going to magically make you disciplined. Prove to yourself you can stick with the rhythm, doing it manually for maybe 3 months. Then, and only then, do you invest in tools to supercharge the success you've already built.
This quote just says it all, doesn't it? Tools are amplifiers. They take the success you've already worked for and they make it bigger. They can't create that success out of thin air. That first spark, that has to come from you and your own discipline.
Now for the final piece of the puzzle. And honestly, this is the one where most people crash and burn. It's all about fighting that urge to panic and start messing with things. It's about finding stability in a world of really chaotic data.
We've all been here, right? It's Tuesday morning. You wake up, you check your analytics, and oh no, the numbers are down a little from yesterday. And just like that, the first tiny seed of doubt is planted. By Wednesday, that little seed has sprouted into full-blown panic. You're thinking, oh my God, it's not working. The algorithm hates me. I have to change everything right now.
So, what happens on Thursday? You rip up the whole plan. You change your post times, you change your content style, your hashtags, you just react.
And what's the result by Friday? You've completely shattered your rhythm. All that reactive tweaking has stalled the very growth you were trying to fix in the first place. You're right back at square one.
So the antidote to this chaos is what we'll call the once-a-week rule. It's incredibly simple. Set your strategy on Monday. Figure out what you'll post and when, and then lock it in. Do not touch it. Don't second-guess it for 7 full days.
So why does this work so well? Because it forces you to actually trust the process. It gives your content a real fair chance to perform over time, not just in one 24-hour panic cycle. And maybe most importantly, it frees up your mind to focus on what really matters, creating great stuff, not obsessing over numbers that go up and down. So when you put all of this together, the rhythm, using tools the smart way, and that stability, it creates this really powerful philosophy, and let's call it the gardener's mindset. So I want you to ask yourself this, and be honest. Are you posting whatever you feel inspired, which, let's face it, is mostly about your ego, or are you posting on a consistent schedule that actually serves your audience?
And that brings us to this final idea. Think of your online presence as a garden. If you plant a seed, and then you dig it up every single day to see if it's growing, well, it's never, ever going to grow. The job of the gardener is to create the right conditions, follow the plan, and then, this is the hard part, have the patience to just let it grow. So, what's the bottom line here? What are the big takeaways? First, consistency isn't just a good habit. It's a direct signal to the algorithm that you are worth promoting. And second, a stable, patient strategy will beat a frantic search for the next hack every single time.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. Take a hard look at your own strategy. Are you constantly digging up your seeds in a panic, checking for growth? Or do you have the patience to plant them, water them, and just let them grow? The choice, in the end, is yours.